Hey guys, welcome back to a quick video here to give my thoughts on the GeForce Now service, a service provided by Nvidia that I've been actually using since before it became a public product. They had it on a beta stage for a number of years a while back, and it was kind of like free. I was experiencing the service through my Nvidia Shield TV device, which is kind of like an Android box. Really cool for if you guys are into emulation and also Android TV related stuff. Netflix and YouTube. Playing in 4K content and all that. But GeForce Now finally became available for the public, I believe, last year, or maybe it's been available for like 2 years. So this is kind of like a 2021 recap of the service up until now, which is improving slightly. But the gist of it is that this is another cloud streaming gaming service where you pay a monthly fee and you're able to stream games. But they also have a tier which is absolutely free, which is pretty cool. I think you guys should probably consider that. The kicker here is that it's very good if you guys have a pretty broad Steam library, or even if you guys have Epic games, like an account at Epic. I know that's kind of like the enemy. A lot of people hate Epic Games, the store and whatnot. But this is a good way to have games on the go and being able to stream them. It's a good alternative to other services like Stadia and xCloud. It's a really different type of service versus Stadia, which I already have thoughts on video for Stadia if you guys want to check that out. But GeForce Now serves a good purpose for me because I have a lot of Steam games. I have like over 800 games on Steam. That may be a lot for some people, but not a whole lot for some others. But out of the 800 games that are on my Steam library, there's about 150, I want to say, that are compatible with GeForce Now. Unfortunately, not every Steam game is compatible because it's up to the publishers, and there are some pretty greedy publishers, unfortunately. Some of them are a favorite of mine, like Capcom, for example. There are no Capcom games. There is no Resident Evil games that you can play through the GeForce Now service. This is the website, and this is the membership tier right here. As you guys can see, there's a free one, standard access, and they only provide you a 1 hour session length, which means you can only play up to 1 hour, and then you have to stop playing. You have to wait a little bit and then resume. It's only fair because it's free, and obviously it's costing them money to have the stream the game to your computer. So I think it's pretty fair that they only give you an hour. But the new tier or membership it's $100 a year, and it provides an extended session length. They don't specifically say, but I think it's based on how busy the servers are. For example, when Cyberpunk 2077 got released, even members that were paying for the priority membership level, they were getting kicked out. But that was probably an outlier case because so many people were buying Cyberpunk and trying to play Cyberpunk in the service. But for the most part, I've had extended sessions that were over 2 hours, 3 hours. Thankfully, I'm a founders member because, as I told you guys, I've been using the service ever since it was on the beta stage when it was free. So according to Nvidia, and I hope they keep their promise, it's only $5 a month for the founders members, and you get all the same benefits as a priority, and you get a special badge in your profile and whatnot. But pretty thankful that I kept because for a while I thought about not paying anymore, but it's a very useful service in the sense that I can grab my laptop. I have a Chromebook here, guys. This is a Pixelbook, which it's a favorite of mine because it's so light, it's so compact. As you guys can see here, this is very portable, and I take this to like my in-laws. Whenever we go for weekends, family gatherings and things like that. When I have time, I can just log into my GeForce Now account and stream games here. I don't need a super powerful, gaming laptop. I don't need to be carrying any super expensive, laptop computers. I can just stream the games that I want to play there. Or conversely, they also have desktop I guess plugins now, so you can play through your web browser. And so if I have a extended, or at lunch break at work, I can log into my account, play a little bit of games. Some games are keyboard and mouse, which are perfect. I don't even need to bring my controller to work. Play during lunch breaks and so forth. So a lot of flexibility in the service. This is the app, what I'm showing you guys in the screen right now. As you can see here, it says My Library. So if you click on See More, you're going to see basically the games that are from my Steam library that are linked to GeForce Now. And as you guys can see here, it's sorted by games that I'm playing recently. I have Shadowrun Returns, fantastic CRPG. Loving that game. Hopefully I can do an impressions video pretty quickly once I beat the game. You have Tomb Raider, Blue Fire, which is a great platforming game. Apex Legends, a lot of free-to-play games that are available in this service, like Granado Espada, which is kind of like an older Korean MMO. Loop Hero, a great indie game. And as you guys can see, Ys Origins, love this game. You guys know me, love the Ys games. These are the games that I own on Steam that are compatible with the GeForce Now service, and it's as easy as clicking the play button. I'm not gonna do it right now, but I'm gonna have some gameplay footage that I've recorded, and I'll probably play it in the background in some part of this video just to show you guys. It's hard because if I'm capturing video, it's not going to be the same quality and whatnot, because I don't have a super duper computer here to capture video and screenshots. But that's another, I guess, negative thing. Speaking of the performance, it's only 1080p in terms of the resolution. So that can be a little bit of a negative for some. A lot of people have pretty souped up computers and desktop and gaming setups, that can play 4K. It's a compromise with streaming services, but if services like Stadia can offer 4K, I think Nvidia should definitely be able to, at one point, offer 4K resolution streaming, because a lot of people out there, they have monitors that are compatible, with 4K resolution. So I understand it's from a streaming, and their servers are going to be probably like hurting pretty bad because it's a lot of data transfer. But it'd be nice if they can offer that option. Maybe if you pay a little bit more, offer 4K resolution, or at least 1440p, which is kind of like, some people call it 2K resolution. That'd be great if they can somehow add that to the service. But as you guys can see, you can link. Let me just go back to the main menu. It says that I only have one of two accounts connected because I have my Steam account connected, and I do have an Epic Games account with a couple of free games that I've played in the past, but it's not connected at the moment because I hardly ever use Epic Games. But on top of having your library of games here, this is the app on Windows. They provide you featured games, and these are games, for example, I don't own Humankind, but you can click here on Humankind, and I believe it gives you that option, as you guys can see here, to buy it on Steam. You can like jump to the Steam store, I think, and buy it straight from here. So it's a good way to show you what are the latest games, and it has a free-to-play section, which is pretty cool. Let's check the free-to-play section here. As you guys can see, you have Black Desert, all these Brawlhalla, Team Fortress 2, and these are games like, if you have a free account with GeForce Now and then you claim these free games, all you need is a Steam account. You can literally play video games for free on intervals of 1 hour, which is crazy. I mean, I didn't have that luxury when I was a kid, playing free games. Obviously, you have to have a strong or a reliable internet connection. Your ISP has to be very reliable. Obviously, no data caps. It's unfortunate that in parts of the US, I don't know about the rest of the world, but there are data caps or data caps. So that's unfortunate. So if you have those limitations, then obviously anything streaming is not for you. Not Netflix, not music streaming, and obviously not video game streaming like Stadia, GeForce Now, or xCloud. And then I want to show you one last pretty cool resource that I use, guys. This is my Steam, application or launcher here. If you guys join this group right here called GeForce Now Friendly, it provides you with updates of games that are available for the service. This is the group right here, and then you can also join a curator page where if you click View All, you can see every game. For example, Shadow Man Remaster, which just got released this year. It's on my wish list, as you guys can see here. It just got added to GeForce Now recently, so the game right now runs on GeForce Now. So it gives you a good background of what games are compatible. So you can either use Steam groups like this one or curator pages to check what games are compatible, or simply download the app and you just go to the search bar at the top and you type, for example, Cyberpunk. I'm gonna type it's Cyberpunk, compatible, and yes, I just type cyber, the keyword cyber, and all the games that have the cyber, nomenclature show up here. Cyberpunk is there. The search and games that are sort of cyberpunk, Cloudpunk, it's based on a cyberpunk like setting and so forth. So that's pretty cool that the game recommends you in that way. I think that's pretty cool. Lastly, I was going to say that it's unfortunate that some publishers are not supporting the service. There has to be some sort of agreement, obviously, between Nvidia and the publishers. For example, Capcom, they don't want anything to do with this 2K games. So, for example, the BioShock games are not here, which is a shame. It's really a shame, and I think that the reasoning is they're saying that they potentially are losing sales by not by allowing their games on a streaming service, which it doesn't make sense, because in order to play these games, you have to own them on Steam, and then therefore you can play those games. So it's unfortunate that it works like that. It's unfortunate that some publishers are kind of not allowing their games to be here, which is a shame. But the worse for them, because I know I will consider or give my money first and foremost to publishers that are supporting this type of service, because again, the flexibility of being able to play these games you can play it on your phone. If you have the Android application, you can play them on a desktop. Here are the compatible, cloud gaming on all your devices: Windows PC, Mac OS, Android TV, Chrome, Android, Safari. Everyone can play it. It provides you with different controller supports. I just plug in through my USB-C my Xbox Series S controller, and I can play games that are compatible with gamepads, no problem. Or a keyboard and mouse. You can do a number of different things with this service. So if you guys are into, I guess, trying new services, streaming services, I think GeForce Now is a good option, considering they have a free tier, so free for you guys to try and make your own judgment if it's worth it or not. For me, I'm more than happy, especially that I'm locked into that founder's rate. I've been enjoying this service. In fact, I beat Disco Elysium, a game that I loved, one of my favorite games of 2019. I beat Disco Elysium by playing it exclusively through GeForce Now. And I'm playing, speaking of CRPGs, I'm playing Shadowrun Returns right now on the service as well. It's also a good service to play games at the highest settings possible. Like if you guys, Cyberpunk, for example, it's a new game that it's very demanding. You can play Cyberpunk with RTX on, obviously, because you're using all these supercomputers that Nvidia has. And obviously the resolution is only 1080, but in terms of the graphical power and the frame rate, you can play 60 frames per second with the highest resolution on games like Cyberpunk, which are pretty demanding, and they look pretty good. Depending if you're playing on a decent screen that can support 1080, I think the game is going to look great. So lots of games to play, as you guys can see, lots of big name titles here, as well as kind of like smaller indie games. So pretty broad selection so far for 2021. Hopefully the service improves by offering 4K and maybe some other perks that are out there. But this is a very, very different service from Stadia, very different service from Xbox, xCloud. So it's just another option out there for people. If you guys want to appreciate the convenience of playing your Steam games or some of your Steam games on the go, I think this is a good option. And I know I've been enjoying the service quite a bit, so it gets my approval and thumbs up from me. So yeah, that's it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all later. Take it easy.